Laurel, are you there? You still haven't sent me any photos of little Betty. Oh, I want to see my granddaughter, so hurry up and send me some.
Mom, my daughter's name is not Betty. I've already told you that we decided to name her Wednesday.
Oh, but Betty is such a classic name. It has such a lovely ring to it, and think of all the lovely Bettys that have existed in the past.
Be that as it may, my daughter's name is Wednesday, okay? Please don't go calling my daughter strange names that don't even sound like her real name.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with calling her Betty?
Nothing is wrong with that name, but it isn't the one that Richard and I gave to our daughter. So please don't go calling her Betty, okay, Mom?
Ugh, you can really be such a pill, you know that? But fine, have it your way. Can I at least get a few photos of the lovely lady?
Mom, I'm really glad that you're so fond of Wednesday, but you ask for new photos every single day. Not only that, but you come over to our house all the time as well. Why not just take the photos that you want then? I'm sorry, but I'm really busy and I don't have time to be taking photos constantly.
What kind of excuse is that, huh? It just takes a couple of seconds to send a photo. Surely you aren't so busy that you can't spare a second to show me my granddaughter, right?
Except that you're always critiquing the way that I take those photos. You're always telling me the lighting isn't good enough or telling me to put her in some silly pose. By the time I get the photos that you actually want to see, I've already wasted 15 minutes.
But I only want to have more photos to show my friends and neighbors. That's why I have to make sure that the photos you send me are as cute as they can be. I bet you don't even know how many people around here are brought joy just from seeing your little girl.
I really don't think you need to be showing these people so many pictures of my baby daughter. And I think that they're probably much less interested in seeing Wednesday than you think. Besides, maybe you shouldn't be the one showing off her photos to everyone, do you think?
Oh, you have no idea what you're talking about. Everyone loves little Wednesday. They all say what a beautifully cute little girl she is. In fact, they all say that she looks just like me. But then again, I was known for being quite the looker when I was younger. So I'm glad that I was able to pass those genes on to her in a way.
You aren't going around saying all of that to others as well, right?
Which part are you talking about?
I mean the part about you being known for being pretty when you were younger.
And just why shouldn't I be saying something like that, huh? Everyone really did think I was stunning back in my prime.
Well, that's all well and good, but don't you think it's just a little prideful, maybe?
Oh, I think people who believe that are just covering up their own insecurities. Either that or they really are just fatties who don't like seeing someone prettier than them.
Okay, well, that's just a pretty straight-up rude thing to say about other people. All I'm saying is that if you go around bragging about yourself so much, people are going to want to stop hanging out with you.
Well, it's not like I'm going around calling people fat to their faces or anything like that. Even I have the good sense to keep my mouth shut when I see someone really, really ugly. I mean, they probably already know how they look. What's the point in reminding them, you know?
Just hearing you talk about other people like this is starting to irk me, Mom.
Well, it's been a month since you've given birth, hasn't it? I bet it's probably just your hormones being imbalanced. Don't worry, things will settle back down for you.
I really, really don't think that it's that.
Well, I'm just glad that at least your child looks like me. Because your siblings' children? Not so much. Sometimes I wonder if they're even really my kids. I mean, we don't even look all that similar.
Mom, are you kidding me right now? How can you be saying that about your own children?
Well, it's not like I'm saying any of that to their faces or anything. I'm only telling you because you're not them.
So then, as long as the actual people don't hear what you're saying about them, it's okay to diss them like that? Besides, isn't John and his wife letting you stay with them? How can you say something like that about your son when he's doing that for you?
But surely you think it too, right? You must think that you have the cutest baby out of the rest of your siblings, don't you?
I really don't feel that way at all. And I think that John's daughter is a very cute baby.
But her face is all, well, it's a face only a mother could love.
Okay, Mom, can we just stop talking about how other people look? Anyway, Wednesday just woke up from her nap. I've got to go and deal with her.
Don't forget to send me some pictures, okay? I'll be having dinner with friends tonight, so make sure that you get them to me by then. Ooh, and maybe a video too. 2 weeks later. Laurel, did you get a call from Tiffany earlier today?
I did, yeah. She's gonna come over next week to watch Wednesday for me. I'm really lucky to have a sister-in-law as kind as she is. Last month was so hectic that I just didn't have a chance at all to speak with her. But I really do have so much that I can learn.
You know that you could have just come to me to ask for help, right?
I know, but Tiffany wasn't there when I gave birth and hasn't even met Wednesday. And last month was such a rush that we just didn't have any time to meet at all. I also haven't been able to go to the salon or even really sit back and take a breath for myself since having Wednesday.
Well, I'm sure that you must be feeling the need for a lot of help at times like these, right? But why not ask me for help when you need it? I've helped you before, remember?
When did you help me before?
Well, while you were doing all the chores around the house, I was keeping an eye on Wednesday while she was napping, remember?
I remember you sitting in the same room as her to watch her, but I don't really know how much of a help I would really say that was.
Well, that's probably all that Tiffany is going to do. But I'm your mom, and I want to be here for you when I can.
I get that, but I really don't feel like being around too many people still. It's just that Tiffany and I are so close, and I think that she knows what I'd expect at this time of my life.
So you think that Tiffany knows better about what to do than I do? Huh, I still think that girl has a lot to learn, you know.
Oh, really? You do? What do you mean by that exactly?
I'm just saying that she's still a young woman and doesn't have all the experience that I do. Not only that, but she looks like a total mess who has no idea how to take care of herself in the slightest.
I'm sorry, but I'm really not following with that last one. I think that Tiffany takes really good care of herself. Besides, her kid is already 3, but she tells me that she still manages to take care of the house, herself, and her baby all by herself. Even though you're there living with her and John.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Are you trying to say that I don't help out with those two as much as I should?
Well, do you actually help out? Because the way John talks about it, it sounds like you just lie around all day and do whatever you want.
How dare you talk to your mother like that? I do plenty around the house.
Well, I certainly hope that you do. After all, we're all family now, and I would hate to find out that any of that were true.
Well, it's not true. I do plenty of things to help out. I taught Tiffany how to change a diaper when she first brought her little girl home.
I feel like lots of parents don't know how to change diapers at first, though.
Okay, well, do you know that Tiffany hardly even cooks real meals for us? I feel like she just cycles through the same recipes all the time.
Okay, but doesn't Tiffany have a part-time job?
She does, but she only has shifts twice a week.
So then she's taking care of the baby, doing all the cooking and cleaning, and working a job? I don't really see anything bad about repeating recipes if they're healthy and if her little girl likes them.
But it's so boring. You can tell that she has no idea what she's doing in the kitchen.
Mom, don't you think you might be acting a little harshly towards Tiffany? I mean, maybe just ease up on her a little and let her live her own life? If you're really so upset about her cooking, why don't you offer to cook for everyone then?
I do cook now and then, thank you very much. And just why do you always take Tiffany's side over mine, huh? You have no idea how hard it is for me living with those two. How can you just throw your own mother under the bus like this, huh?
I'm not trying to take sides or throw anyone under the bus, Mom. I'm just saying that maybe you're being a bit subjective with all this, and most of it is probably actually fine. Why do you always have to turn things into a competition between you and someone else?
You really are a useless daughter, you know that? I really thought you would be more understanding of what I'm going through.
I don't get it, Mom. If living there is really so difficult for you, then why don't you just move out? After all, you're always complaining about living with them to me. Why don't you quit whining and do something about it?
I am not whining, thank you very much. Besides, you know how lonely I've been ever since your father passed away. And besides, John was the one who agreed to let me live with him. Also, I figured that it would be cheaper than having to go find a place to pay rent. Not to mention the fact that I really like John's place.
Well, if you're getting all that out of living there, then maybe you could be a bit more grateful to them for letting you stay. And if things are really as bad as you say living there, then maybe it's time that you moved out.
Well, it's not like I hate living with John and Tiffany. I just thought you should know about how much patience I have living here, and I'm going through things too.
Well, yes, when you share a house with other people, it can be difficult at times. Families fight all the time when they're sharing a space like that, but it's about being able to work through those tough times.
But I'm telling you that I really do have it really hard.
I'm very sure that you feel that way. Anyways, I have to get Wednesday ready for a doctor's appointment, so I have to go right now.
But I'm not done saying all I want to say to you yet.
Well, I'm sorry, but I have an appointment and I can't be late. I'll text you later when I have more time.
1 week later.
Hey, Tiffany, I was just wondering if you had a quick moment to chat. Also, I'm really sorry if I'm bugging you at work right now. I don't want to get you into trouble.
Oh, Laurel, how's it going? I actually don't have any work today, so I can chat. What's up?
Ah, good. I was worried I would be holding you up or something. I just wanted to say I'm really happy you could make it over yesterday to meet Wednesday for the first time.
Aw, thank you. I'm so sorry that it took me this long to finally be able to do so.
Oh, you really don't have to worry about that at all. I've also been so busy ever since I had her. I'm just happy that our schedules happened to line up and that we could make it work out.
Yes, it was so nice getting to see you yesterday.
But I just wanted to ask you a little question. What was up with that gift that you brought over?
Oh no, was it not enough? I was really worried about it.
No, it's nothing like that. I was wondering if there wasn't some kind of mistake or something?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you gave me some raffle tickets inside of the card that you brought over today.
Raffle tickets?
Yeah, I just never heard of anyone getting a gift like that after having a kid. Is it supposed to be like a good luck charm kind of thing? I just had never heard of it before and wanted to ask you about it.
But I didn't put raffle tickets in there. I went to the bank and took out $500 that I put in there.
Wait, you were gonna give me a check? I'm sorry, I'm really confused right now.
No, I was meant to give you the cash and that's it. I was going to give you money to help you buy all that baby stuff.
Well, you know that shopping area around where you guys live, right? I got 5 raffle tickets from around there instead, so I guess I was just a little confused.
Oh no. Well, I don't know what happened, but I'll come over with the check right away.
Hold on, don't go and do that. If you already took out the money to give me, then you shouldn't have to take out another $500. I couldn't make you do that.
Well, I really appreciate the thought, but more than anything, I just want to know what happened.
It's strange, but I'm not upset about it. Who knows, I might win something big with one of those tickets. You never know. I'm more worried about what would have happened between you taking the money out and giving me the card.
I know that I went to the bank, then I stopped by the store to get the card and sign it. After that, I put the money in the card and left it on the kitchen table so I wouldn't forget it when I went to your house yesterday. But I never even bought raffle tickets, so I am just stumped.
You left the card and the money on the kitchen table? Tell me, did my mom happen to be home at the time?
She was, actually. Or at least I'm pretty sure that she was. Although I think that she left the house before I did to go run some errands or something like that.
Do you think it's possible that my mom might have something to do with this?
You really don't think that your own mom would have done something like that, do you?
Do you really think that she wouldn't? I'm sorry, I realize that I'm putting you in an awkward spot right now, but lately I've just gotten the sense that my mom has been really harsh on you. I guess I'm just kind of nervous about how things are going with you all living with each other. I mean, do you think my mom is annoying? I'm sure she's always saying mean things to you, right?
Well, I think that she just wants to encourage me to do better than I already am.
So she is always saying things to you then. Ugh, Tiffany, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that.
There's really no need to apologize at all.
No, I mean it. John and I should have noticed this from our mom sooner.
Well, it's not all her. I really could be doing better around the house. I just really want your mom to like me.
Tiffany, you really are a sweet woman, and you're already doing more than anyone should for their mother-in-law. But I don't think that you have to be so modest. You have a right to be comfortable in your own house too, you know? I'll talk to my mom about this and try to set her straight.
I'm really sorry you even have to do that, Laurel.
You don't have anything to be sorry for. It's my mom who should be apologizing. Anyways, I just hope that you can hold on a little longer. I'll talk with John about this too. Maybe you two can come over to my house sometime soon and we can all talk about this in person.
A few days later.
Mom, I think that we need to have a little talk.
Oh, well, what would you like to talk about, Laurel?
It's about Tiffany, actually. You were right. She really just has no sense about her.
You mean that you finally get it? Ah, I told you, didn't I? I told you that girl has no idea what she's doing in life at all. She's a total ditz. But why this sudden change? Oh, did she do something to make you finally realize I've been right this whole time?
Well, she came over to give me a gift after having given birth, only there wasn't any money inside the card she gave me.
Oh, you're kidding me! What kind of person gives a gift at a time like that isn't even money? She just wants to keep all her money for herself and skimp out on gifts for her family.
It really is a shame. Don't tell me that this means she's been doing this to other people as well.
I am telling you, that girl just has no sense about her at all. That's why I'll never truly accept her as my daughter-in-law. She just refuses to change the things that I tell her. She's just not good enough for my son.
Do you think maybe the two of them should get a divorce or something like that?
You know, I was actually having the exact same thought earlier this week. I mean, what kind of person gives raffle tickets as a gift after having a child? That girl needs to learn a thing or two about the real world, or else no one is ever going to want anything to do with her. I think she just did that to you because she's just jealous that your baby is cuter than hers.
Mom, I never once mentioned anything about any raffle tickets.
Wait, what?
I knew it! I knew that you were the one who switched out the money for the raffle tickets!
Hold on. Did you really not say anything about tickets at all? Well then, I guess I must have just come up with that one on my own. Oops.
It's too late to try to cover your tracks now, Mom. And I was lying about not liking Tiffany. I was just trying to see if I could get you to come clean about this to me. But now, I see that you were doing all of this to her to try to turn people against her.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all, Laurel.
I already said it's too late to try and play dumb, Mom. Well, you're gonna keep away from Tiffany and stop living with her and John.
What do you mean? Why should I have to stop living with the two of them?
How about because you're bullying Tiffany? You make her do all the housework while you just look for ways to criticize her. I really can't believe how cruel you've been to her this whole time.
I wasn't being cruel at all. I was just trying to give her some friendly advice as her mother-in-law.
And I'm sure that Tiffany would be kind enough to say the same thing, but I know that isn't true. Tiffany recorded some of her conversations with you, and I was just appalled at what I was hearing come out of your mouth. You were calling her all kinds of horrible names and putting her down like she was nothing.
Well, I don't see what's wrong with being honest and telling someone what I think about them.
Oh, really? Because I think you would only do that if you were sure you could get away with it.
But I really was just trying to make her into a better wife for John. Is that really so bad? Oh, I can't believe that you're really going to be taking her side over mine on this.
Well, I really feel like I just don't have any other choice in the matter at this point. I mean, who wouldn't take Tiffany's side in this when you're treating her like a maid? Tiffany and John are tired of living with you, and John wants nothing to do with you anymore. And I don't want you coming over to my house either.
Wait, John is going to stop talking to me?
Of course he is, after the way you've been treating his poor wife.
But I didn't even do anything wrong. This isn't fair.
You literally verbally abused Tiffany and treated her like a slave around the house. In fact, I really want to cut you out of my life too, but I have no idea what you might try to pull in the future.
Laurel, please, talk some sense into your brother. You can't really be okay with all of this, can you? Maybe you are right. Maybe I have been a little harsh on Tiffany.
It's way too late to make excuses or try and apologize now, Mom. You were more than happy to try and ruin Tiffany's reputation even among her own melee.
Well, then tell her that I'm sorry for everything. Surely that will fix the whole situation, won't it?
Just give it a rest already. Haven't you already done enough to the poor woman? This isn't something you can just wash away with a mere apology.
But I don't want to live by myself. Please. What are my neighbors going to say when they stop seeing John and Tiffany hanging around?
I suppose you'll just have to tell them the truth about what happened. Or not. I suppose I really can't know what it is you tell people to get them to believe what you wanted them to. Just don't expect any of us to come and help you if you need it.
Laurel, I really am so sorry about all of this. I'll give back the money if that's what you want. I'll apologize to Tiffany and everything. Please, she has to forgive me for this. I never wanted this to happen.
You know, Tiffany is kind enough that if you apologize, she probably would forgive you. That's why she asked me to deal with you in her place.
But my back has been hurting me so much lately. How am I supposed to take care of the house all by myself?
Your back has been hurting? That's not what I hear from John and Tiffany, who see you going out into the town and coming home with heavy shopping bags all the time. But if it's really getting that bad, maybe it's time you put yourself in a home.
I promise never to do anything mean to Tiffany ever again. I swear it.
I think there's one with a vacancy sign somewhere downtown, right?
Please, you can't just cut me off like this. I'm your mother. You can't just leave me to grow old all by myself. I really am sorry about this.
Poor Tiffany has been putting up with your nonsense ever since they moved in with you. She did everything that you asked of her and more, and you never once had a kind word to say about her. Well, now they realize that you need them more than they need you. This is what you get for taking advantage of people's kindness like that. After that, John and Tiffany packed their bags and moved out from my mom's place. Tiffany told me it was like a heavy weight had been lifted from her shoulders and that she felt like she was finally able to breathe again. My mom, on the other hand, acted like a big baby and howled as if the world was ending around her while they left. She began calling me, sobbing at me over the phone every single day. It started taking up so much of my time that I finally told my mom that I would be blocking her number if she didn't limit her calls to real emergencies. The calls became much less frequent after that. I heard through the grapevine that after John and Tiffany moved out, that Mom had become a bit of a recluse and has even stopped going out on her famous shopping sprees. Although I imagine that her neighbors must be grateful that she stopped wandering around the streets looking for anyone who she can brag about her grandchild, and herself, too. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey Roy, I just wanted to let you know that I'm just about done with work for the day.
Got it. I guess that means you'll probably be heading home soon?
You weren't working at all today, right? Wasn't it your day off? Are you home right now?
Yeah, I really haven't left the house at all day.
Ah, I see. Well, you can go ahead and start getting ready for bed if you want. I left you some dinner in the fridge, so you can just heat that up, have your shower, and go to bed.
Alright, was today supposed to be leftovers day again?
I thought it was, yeah? Why do you ask? Are you not really in the mood for leftovers today?
No, it's not that, it's just that, well, there are no leftovers left.
Wait, what? Why? Did you already eat them for lunch or something like that?
Well, no, it's not that, they ended up in the garbage.
You mean you threw them away? Why would you do that? I spent so much time making them yesterday.
No, wait, hold on, I wasn't the one who threw them away, it was my mom, she was the one who did it.
You mean that your mom came over to the house today?
Yeah, she came over because she said she wanted to do some cooking for me. But the freezer was full of all the meals that you'd frozen for me, right? So she threw all the food away and made her own food and then went back home.
Ugh, I don't believe this. Why would she do something like that? And why didn't you do anything to stop her, Roy? That's such a huge waste of food.
You know how my mom gets if you even tell her no about anything. I just knew that it was going to save trouble for everyone if I just let her throw away the food and do what she wanted.
I disagree with you completely. Of course you shouldn't just let people throw out cooked food. I mean, you could have just taken your meal out to defrost. It didn't need to end up in the garbage.
Well, I already told you that it already wasn't up to me. My mom had already made her mind up. But it's not like we don't have dinner. We have all the food that my mom cooked for us. And since she was here for so long cooking, I'm sure that it's really good.
And you're sure that you're okay eating what your mom cooks for you?
Why wouldn't I be? I don't see what you mean.
I mean, you remember the doctor said that you need to be eating less salts and sugars, right? Knowing your mom, she cooks with a lot of oil, right? I really don't think you're supposed to be eating those kinds of foods, Roy.
Well, it's not like I'm having those kind of things every day. I'm sure I'm allowed one cheat day a week, right? Then I'll go back to eating my boring, bland, low-sodium meals.
But isn't your mom just going to keep coming over and cook for you once you finish what she made? I feel like she might take this as a sign that it's okay to do what she did again.
Well, if she really does show up wanting to do that, you can just tell her no.
Excuse me? Why should I be the one to tell your mom no? That seems like something you should do.
Are you crazy? My mom did all that cooking for my sake. I can't just turn around like that and be ungrateful to her.
But you're totally fine letting her throw away the food that I spent so much time cooking? Besides, if I were the one who spoke to her, then she would just use that as fuel to talk bad about me later.
Well, you'll just have to think of the right way to get across what you want to say to her is all.
Please do not try to make this into something that I need to be responsible for. I really don't think it's fair the way you're pushing all of this on me, and I wish you would stop.
So we just shouldn't care about my mom's feelings at all? You just want me to throw this food back at her face?
That's not what I said at all. But what I am saying is that this isn't the first time your mom has shown up, changed something about the house that she didn't like and associated with me, and then left.
What do you think this is all about you? My mom is doing this for me. She knows how to take care of her son, and I think that you might just be getting a little bit jealous.
I'm going to pretend like you didn't just send that last part. And you can think that all you want, but the point is that you're not a little boy anymore. We're married. I am your wife. And I'm telling you that your mom is interfering in our lives just a bit more than I'm really comfortable with.
Look, I hear you, okay? I'm taking in what you're saying, but my mom is just trying to take care of us. That's it. There's really not much point in fighting this.
You say you're listening, but I feel like I haven't been heard at all. When your mom comes over and messes around with our house and our lives, it really makes me upset.
Aaron, really? What's the matter with you? I didn't take you for this kind of person. She's my mom, she's not some nosy neighbor or something. Where do you get off complaining this much over a person who just wants to help?
Are you really telling me that I'm in the wrong for asking you to tell your mom to not throw away our food? Why are you always taking her side over mine? It really makes me mad when I feel like I can't count on you when it comes to things like this.
I've already told you that my mom is really headstrong, and even if I tried to say something, she still wouldn't listen. You just need to learn to let things go and quit taking everything to heart.
Hey, Roy, I see that we've received a whole bunch of handmade masks from your mom.
She sent us a bunch of masks? I wonder why. We already have plenty.
I assume that she wants you to use these. She left a note saying that she hopes these are better on your skin than the store-bought ones. But there must be at least 50 masks here.
Well, I'm not gonna wear something handmade when the machine-made masks are probably more reliable.
You always do this, Roy. This isn't the first time this has happened. There was that year your mom sent you a whole bunch of scarves and another where she sent you 3 handmade sweaters. You refused to even try them on and then just dumped them out in the closet. Our closet is now almost half full of your unused gifts.
Ugh, my mom can seriously be so annoying sometimes. I mean, what self-respecting adult is gonna wear a sweater their mom knit for them?
If you really dislike them that much, why don't you just throw them away? And if you're not going to use these masks, I'd like to throw them away too.
Whoa, you can't just throw away gifts that someone made by hand for me. Besides, we can probably just turn those masks into good kitchen rags.
I really don't think the masks are thick enough to work that well as rags. Why not just return them to your mom and ask her to donate them or something?
Are you kidding me? You think that my mom is gonna be happy with me returning her masks like that? Why are you always trying to hurt her feelings?
I'm not trying to hurt her feelings, but I don't see why we have to keep everything she gives you if you're not even going to use it. I mean, even with all the food she made you, I ended up having to eat most of it so it didn't go to waste.
Well, excuse me, am I not allowed to get bored eating the same thing over and over again?
Well, why is it okay that I have to instead?
Ugh, you know that my mom really isn't that good of a cook. I had a couple of meals to be polite, but there was no way that I was ever gonna be eating all of that. My stomach was hurting after just one.
Then just tell her to stop doing so much for you. I mean, what do you want me to do with all of these masks?
I don't know, maybe we could just sell them online or something? There's plenty of resale apps and things like that.
So you do want to get rid of them. And just who is going to be handling selling these things? I'm really busy with work and taking care of the house, and I certainly don't have time to do this.
Oh, fine, I'll figure something out. Jeez, just leave them in a box somewhere and I'll handle it, okay?
Somehow, I think that they'll end up in a box and I'll be seeing them in the closet very soon. Just like those sweaters and scarves.
I said that I was gonna handle it, and I will, okay? Why can't you just trust me on this?
Because you always let your mom do whatever she wants around here. You do know that she's trying to set up a garden in our backyard, right? I had to really put my foot down and tell her no on that one.
Wait, what? But we barely even have a backyard. A garden would take up too much space.
Exactly, but she said she wanted to do it so that she could feed you even more.
But why does she have to set up a garden in our yard? Why not just do it at her house?
I don't know. Why don't you go ask her yourself?
But then again, we would never have to worry about buying vegetables again. Maybe this isn't such a bad idea after all?
But who is going to end up having to look after that garden, huh? It'll probably be me, and I don't want that to happen. You know how much I hate dealing with bugs and working out in the hot sun. Maintaining a garden is one of the last things that I want to do.
Oh, come on. I'm sure that you have a green thumb. You have to take care of it.
I am telling you that I do not want to, Roy.
Well, then I guess my mom will just have to come over every day to take care of that, won't she?
Wait a second. Is this the game you're trying to play? You think that you can get me to do whatever I want if you just threaten me with your mom coming over?
Well, that tells me all I need to know. You really don't like my mom coming over at all, do you?
It's not that. I'm just saying that I think your mom is involving herself with our lives a little bit too much. Why are you always trying to twist my words around like this? Besides, you know that telling your mom not to build a garden in our yard is just going to upset her. And I think that you want all that blame to fall on me.
Why are you acting so mean about this? Can't you at least talk to me nicer about my own mom?
I've tried talking about this nice and calmly with you, and you just refuse to listen to what I have to say. I am sick and tired of being left holding the blame when you try to deny your mom anything.
I don't really get what the big deal is. Why can't we just let her do whatever she wants?
Are you serious right now?
I just mean that if you really wanted to get on my mom's good side, this would be a great way to make that happen.
I should just let your mom do whatever she wants so that I can get her to like me?
Yeah, just leave her be and things will be fine. If she wants to start a garden, then who cares?
What has gotten into you? I really can't believe that you're suggesting we just let all of this happen.
All I'm saying is that I think you're being a little too tough on my mom. She's getting up there in age and needs hobbies to keep her mind sharp. This is a way that you can really help her in her old age.
Okay, fine then. Have it your way. I'll just sit back and let your mom do whatever she wants around our house.
Hey, where are you? Are you out running errands or something right now? I need you to get home right now. Mom is here and she's trying to move in.
Oh, really? Well, if that's what your mom wants to do, I think you should just let her, right?
You mean we should just let my mom move in with us? Why in the world would we ever want to do something like that?
Well, your mom has been talking about wanting to move in with us for a while. You don't think we should tell her no, do you? You were the one who said we should just let her do whatever she wants, right? So why not let her move in if that's something she's saying she wants to do?
How do you think the three of us are supposed to fit in a house this size? There's no way that we can make it work. Besides, I know that there's no way you'd be happy about living with my mom.
I'm actually moving out, so I don't care what she does.
Wait, you don't really mean that, do you?
I do mean it. I think that you and I need to spend some time apart. I'm gonna go live with my sister for a little bit. So you and your mom will have all the time in the world to get to spend together.
What's the matter with you? Why are you leaving? You can't just disappear like this!
I told you over and over again that I was getting tired of your mom trying to interfere with our lives, right?
And that's why you're leaving? Because you're upset over my mom?
Do you have any idea just how much of my life I've lost to dealing with your mom's antics? All the while having to work and take care of the house? You have no idea just how tired I am.
But I still don't get why you're leaving. You do realize that I'm gonna have to eat my mom's cooking every single day now, right? I don't know how I'm gonna live.
Well, that doesn't sound like any of my business. But if you're really so upset, why not just tell your mom to move out? You have that right, you know.
I can't believe you. You have some petty little problems with my mom, and this is how you choose to act. Fine then, do whatever you want. See if I care.
You mean that you want me to do whatever I want to, too? Wow, that's very generous of you. Although I'm sure you just meant that as a way of saying that you want me to leave you alone because you can't be asked to face the consequences of what you've done.
You don't know what you've done, Erin. You leave the house, sit by while my mom moves in, and you're totally giving up on your wifely duties.
I have done more than my fair share of wifely duties, thank you very much. Anyways, enjoy spending all that time with your mom, Roy.
Erin, please come back home. I'm begging you. I'm so sorry for everything. Just please come back to me.
Oh no, Roy, what's the matter? You sound like something might be off.
It's my mom. She just can't leave me well enough alone. And she won't stop treating me like I'm some little kid.
Yeah, that adds up, I suppose. I told you that she had a habit of getting too much in other people's business.
Don't just talk to me about this like you don't have anything to do with it. The other day my mom told me that I was coming home too late from work, so she went with me to go to work the next day and talk to my boss about it. I was completely humiliated. I felt like a little kid.
It sounds to me like she's just worried that you're doing all right, Roy.
I know that that's probably it, but she's going about it in the worst possible way. She stormed in the building as if she owned the place and started yelling at my boss.
Oh, wow, well, that really just sounds no good.
It's been so hard to go into work ever since then. People are whispering behind my back and calling me Norman Bates like from Psycho, and it's horrible. And none of the women in my office want anything to do with me since they know what my mother is like.
It sounds to me like your mom has made this a way larger issue for you than just staying at your place. Although I'm sure if you just stood up for yourself and said something, she would stop.
I really don't think there's anything I could say to stop my mom from acting the way she is. I don't even know what would stop her at all at this point.
Well, all I can say is I'm glad I got out there when I did.
But I really need you to come back. This is serious. I just know that if you come back, Mom will probably just chill out about all this. She might even leave.
I really don't think that your mom is the kind of person to give up so easily like that. And even if I did come back, I doubt that she'd leave. She'd just turn all her anger on me instead.
Well, it's all your fault this is happening, so it really is the least that you could do.
But none of this is my fault at all. You were the one who insisted on letting your mom do whatever she wanted to do, and I just went along with what you said.
But it wasn't supposed to happen like this. Please, I don't even know how much more of this my body can take. I can't stand living with my mom anymore.
You're probably feeling so sick because of all the oily food your mom is cooking for you. You might have been able to eat like that when you were a kid, but you're an adult who has to be a little bit more careful now.
But I don't even want to eat her food. I'm going out to eat for most of my meals now. But then when I do, my mom just won't stop blowing up over the phone asking me where I am.
Wow, she really is treating you like a child, isn't she? I mean, the way you described, she probably thinks you're still in middle school. I wonder if she'll still be treating you this way when you're even older, too.
Please, Erin, I just want to eat your cooking. I need a healthy meal.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do over the past 2 weeks I've been at my sister's, and I just don't really know that I can carry on like this.
That's right! You can come back and we'll kick Mom out and everything will return to normal.
Oh, no, sorry, that's not what I meant. I was actually talking about getting a divorce from you.
Wait, what? You want to get divorced? When did this come from all of a sudden?
Do you even have any clue what it was that was upsetting me so much? You never listened to a word I said to you about any of this, and you never took my side. Why wouldn't I want to divorce you?
Please, don't do this to me! You're upset because I was always asking you to deal with my mom, right?
I knew that you had no clue what this was about.
Well then tell me what it is that made you so mad about it!
What I'm about is the fact that you refuse to do anything for yourself. Whether it's your mom or I, you always need someone to take care of you. And now that you don't want to deal with your mom anymore, you're calling me in to do your dirty work.
It isn't really like that at all. Please, you have to understand!
I do understand. You're the one who doesn't, Roy. You told me to let your mom do whatever she wanted. I've just been doing what you told me to do. You asked for this, and now you're reaping the consequences. Enjoy being babied by your mother. After that, I heard that Roy continued to eat his mom's cooking, which only continued to worsen his health. Finally, I heard that he had to be prescribed a blood pressure medication and that he's put on several pounds of weight. Roy was desperate to find a way to get his mom to leave him alone and thought one way would be to find someone to marry him. Although any woman he got close enough to bring back home was instantly scared off by Roy's mom. Unfortunately, Roy still hasn't learned to stand up for himself, and I heard he's still letting his mom feed him every single day.
Hey, Roy, is it really true that you moved back in with Grandma?
It is, but wow, I guess word must travel really fast for you to have already heard about that, huh?
I'm just wondering why you never talked to me about this before. You know that you're kind of putting Grandma in a tough spot, don't you? I mean, it's not just you moving in, you also brought your wife Harriet too, right?
I did, but I don't really see what the big deal is. I mean, we're all family. Grandma really shouldn't have a problem accommodating the two of us.
Of course we're all family, but don't you think you kind of dropped this on her suddenly?
I don't get it. What do you mean by that? She's always talking about how she wants to come and visit.
Right, but the last time you were living with her was when you were in your 20s, right? Besides, coming to visit is very different from moving in. You know that, right?
Are you talking about how I had to leave because it was becoming too much for Grandma to deal with? That was when I was younger. That was then, and this is now, okay?
But you really did do a lot to hurt Grandma, and I don't think you've ever taken accountability for that.
Except that I literally just did. I get that what I did when I was younger wasn't right of me to do.
Well, I just really hope so. I mean, she's the one who raised us ever since our parents died when we were little. But you always seem to hate living with them because they had their own house way out in the country.
And I was used to living in the city when Mom and Dad were still alive. What's your point? Was I supposed to be a happy-go-lucky teenager after our folks died and we had to move out to the middle of nowhere? We had to leave our friends and then go out there where there's all kinds of bugs and animals, and it was a lot for me.
I know, I was there too, remember?
I know it was tough, but I'm just saying that you took out your frustrations with the situation on Grandma. And then, after you graduated high school, you just left the house without saying a word and didn't talk to us for years.
You're right, and that was a mistake that I made that I should have never done.
So then, why did you decide to come back now? That's what I want to know. And why bring your wife with you?
Well, because I'm older now, and I've really been thinking about living a life out in the city lately. Not to mention that it's something my wife wanted to try and do as well. I figured that Grandma was still living out here, so it was the perfect chance to move out there.
I get that, but you just showed up at her door with all your bags. You never warned her that you were coming at all.
Nah, I did ask her, and she said that it was fine if I came back to live with her. She said that it was okay, and then I went back, get it?
Well, I don't think that she understood that you were going to be moving into her home. She probably thought you were just coming to visit her.
Well, I don't really get what the big deal is. Her house is way too big for one person, and there's plenty of room for Harriet and I here.
I get that, but it's still Grandma's house. I mean, she had never even met Harriet before now. You really should have made sure that she understood you meant to live with her before you went over.
Look, you also moved out of Grandma's place, right? Last I heard, you were working in the city.
Yeah, that's right, but I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Basically, this is none of your business now, and you shouldn't be getting upset with me.
I'm just asking you to be a bit more considerate of what Grandma has done for us, and that you don't take advantage of her kindness. You can't just run around expecting everyone to change their life plans for you at the drop of a hat.
So you're telling me you think Grandma should have just kept on living out there all on her own with no one to take care of her?
I was a bit worried for her, actually, if you must know.
You know that her knees are starting to give out and she can't do all that she used to. That's why I'm here to help her out.
And what about your wife, Harriet? Her and Grandma have never even met. Even I've never met her. We didn't even know that you were married until well after the fact. But you're really all just gonna live together and get along?
Of course, Harriet isn't fussy and she's really adaptable to different situations.
Well, I hope so. But either way, I really feel like you went about this the wrong way.
No, it's a bit late to undo anything now, but it's fine. There's nothing to worry about at all.
Well, I still am worried, okay? Anyways, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be going back to her place soon, too. I want to see you and I want to meet your wife.
Oh, you don't really need to do that, you know?
Well, I want to and I will, so there. I want to make sure that you're treating Grandma well. I also want an apology from you for all that you've done. Roy, what's the matter with you? Did you really throw our grandmother out of her own house? What were you thinking? Why would you do something like that?
What are you talking about? All I did was ask her politely to move out.
Of her own home? You basically just stole her house from her. I can't believe that you would do something like that.
Look, Grandma was not taking care of that house on her own, so I suggested that she move into a retirement home instead. I don't really get what's so horrible about that.
Please tell me that that's supposed to be some kind of bad joke. You literally stole her house right from under her. You know how much she loved that house.
But she's getting so old. The house was a mess when I first got here.
Well, then why don't you just help her take care of the house since you're the one who showed up there and said you would be living there? I thought you said that you moved back there to help take care of Grandma.
Oh, right. Well, I was helping that at first, but then I realized that Grandma wasn't getting her fair share and was just getting in the way more than anything.
I don't believe it. This was always your plan from the beginning, wasn't it?
Hey, do you watch YouTube ever?
I do? But what does that have to do with anything at all?
Well, there's a big trend for videos about country living, and I just really want to tap into that viewership and go viral. I figured that if I could fix up Grandma's house and get her out of there, that it would be the perfect setting to start a new channel from.
And that's the reason why you kicked our Grandma out of her house?
I mean, that isn't the only reason. When this place is even more fixed up, I want to turn it into an Airbnb. People are always wanting to go to the country and try and experience how life is out here. But if Grandma was still hanging around, I think that she would just bum people out and make them not want to stay.
I don't even know what to say to you anymore, Roy.
Don't tell me you're jealous of my great idea. I'll bet that you're kicking yourself for not thinking of this first.
That's not it at all. I'm just sick and tired of the way that you've been treating our poor Grandma.
She was doing just fine. She had this huge place all to herself. But this house was wasted on her, and I'm actually gonna make something out of it. Besides, it's not like she's gonna be around for much longer anyway.
You made a big mistake though, Roy. You're through, do you know that?
Through? Me? No, I'm actually just getting started. I found the deed to the house while I was cleaning up the place, and now it's in my possession, which means that I own it.
I still can't believe that you would do this. She took us in after our parents died and gave us a place to sleep and 3 meals a day. How could you turn around and treat her like this? I won't let you get away with this, you know.
And just what are you or Grandma gonna do about it, huh? I'll bet that you're just upset because you know that when our parents died, they hardly had anything left to give us. And now you're just mad because I realized that that meant our only real inheritance was what our grandma owned, and now I have it.
Do you really think that's what I'm upset about?
You're just pretending to be upset over Grandma so you can build your claim to the house. But it's already mine, and you can't have it. And Grandma can't do anything about it either.
Well, I'm not going to let Grandma live the rest of her life in some retirement home. I'll take her in and take care of her.
You do that. It'll save me the trouble of having to find something for her. But I hope you realize that you're still not getting a single cent out of this house.
I wasn't thinking about that at all, actually.
I've taken all of Grandma's stuff, it's all mine. But good luck taking care of her. I doubt you'll be able to make much off of her pension checks. Anyway, I don't have anything more to say to you. But just know that I never want to see you around here ever again.
Grandma, really sorry to keep you waiting. I just got off work now, and I'm on my way to pick you up. Oh, don't worry about that, Ren. I just arrived at the bus station now, so I haven't been waiting at all. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry for sucking you into this mess. Grandma, please, you have nothing to apologize for at all. You didn't do anything wrong. The only person who's in the wrong here is my pig-headed brother, Roy. Honestly, I still don't get what he was thinking doing this to you, but I couldn't stand by and leave you alone after that. You really are such a sweet girl, do you know that? And even I never saw anything like this coming at all. I know, I'm so sorry this happened to you, Grandma, but we'll get your house back, I promise. Oh, don't worry about that either. There would be no point. Grandma, don't say that. You can't give up hope. You really don't want your house back? No, it really is better this way, maybe. Come on, I know that it's a bit rural, but it's not like the house was falling apart. I'm sure that it's still worth a lot of money. Or is this about Roy stealing the deed? Because I'm sure that it's still under your name and you still have every right to the property. No, it isn't that either. In fact, I'm not worried that Roy has the deed at all anyway. What do you mean by that? I mean that living out in the country is no easy task, especially when you have a big house to take care of as well. There were so many things that needed repairing when I left there. So many creeks that needed attending to. I see, but I think that Roy might already be aware of some of those problems. Don't you worry, Ren. I'm sure that before long we'll be hearing Roy sing quite a different tune.
Hey, Ren, just curious, is Grandma there?
Give me one reason why I should have to answer that question, Roy.
Well, she isn't answering any of my messages when I've tried reaching out to her.
And what do you even want with her?
Well, things are kind of a mess over here, to be honest.
A mess? Kind of mess. What do you mean by that?
Well, for one, the trash collectors never pick up any of our trash, and all the neighbors have been really mean, and it's been so tough trying to buy from folks around here. I've been having to drive all the way back into town just to get some groceries.
I see. Yeah, that sounds like you're in quite the pickle.
I really didn't think that Grandma's neighbors would be so standoffish, but I guess there's not much else you can expect from backwards hicks like these.
Are you sure that they're not all just mad at you, Roy? Maybe it might have something to do with you stealing Grandma's house from her. I'm sure that no one liked watching that happen.
But I'm actually making good use of the house. I'm gonna make money off of this. It's my birthright. Surely I'm entitled to at least this. You're just jealous of me.
I'm not jealous, but you're clearly still not over our parents' passing.
You have no idea what you're talking about at all.
Actually, you're the one who doesn't know anything. When our parents passed, the only thing they had to leave us with was their debt. That's why nobody wanted to take us in. No one but Grandma, that is.
Debt? Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know anything about debt.
I heard the whole story from Grandma, so you can choose to believe it or not.
So then, Grandma was the one that took it all on?
That's right. You were always so upset for never being left anything by our parents, but it was actually Grandma who saved us from being saddled with that debt, and who raised us as her own after our parents passed.
Ugh, fine, I get it. You can tell her that she can move back here if she wants to, I guess.
I'm afraid that it's too late for that. Grandma isn't going to move back into that house.
What do you mean?
Well, you said that you were going to put her in a home, right? Instead, I found her a lovely condo unit geared for the elderly. And I can live with her there as her caretaker.
But wait, Grandma's still healthy, right? There's no need for her to live in a place like that. And how is she supposed to take care of her garden and stuff?
Roy, who do you think kicked her out of her house and separated her from the only life she knew in the first place?
Well, sure, but I didn't realize that Grandma took on all the debt after our folks died.
I don't care. You're still not addressing the main problem, which is that you kicked our Grandma out of her house.
Well, tell her that I'm sorry and I didn't know the full story. Please, this house is seriously a mess. The water heater isn't working, there's leaking from the ceiling. I need to know what else needs fixing here.
Why don't you just go online and hire a contractor to take a look at it?
I tried calling, but no one is going to be able to come out this far for a long time. Grandma's the only one that knows this place better than I do.
Yeah, Grandma was also a pretty big deal around town as well. Everyone knew and loved her there, and you kicked her out. It's just like Grandma said.
Hold on a sec. Has that old hag been spreading rumors about me to all these hicks? Is she the one telling them to act like total jerks to me?
It's not that at all. What you don't understand about living out there is that people don't think like they do in the city. They help each other out when their neighbors are in need. That's how people live out there. You've already proven yourself to be someone who could never understand that mindset.
Wait, no, please. I really am so sorry. Tell Grandma that she can come back here and we can figure something out. I haven't gotten any real work down here. Everyone is mean, and even Harriet is saying that she wants to move away.
Well then, why don't you just move away?
Because I've already sunk all my money into this damn house! We moved here because I was positive that this would be a sure thing, but nothing has gone how I thought it would.
Well, then it sounds to me like the only person you can blame this mess on is yourself. If you really think life out in the country is so hard, you shouldn't have moved out there in the first place.
You're right, I messed up. I should never have kicked Grandma out, so please, you have to help me. I promise I'll never do anything like this ever again.
I already told you that it's too late. Grandma isn't going to be moving back there. Especially not to go and help you, the way that you had betrayed her.
But I don't have any more. Tell her that she can move in and pay me rent and that'll fix everything.
I really don't think that Grandma would ever want to live in the same space as you ever again. You had your chance to make things work with her when you showed up to live there, but you even screwed that up.
But then, could you at least tell her to send me a little money every month to help with expenses? Even just some money to move out would be great.
Stealing her house wasn't enough. Now you want her to pay you? You must seriously be crazy.
Please, Ren, I'm begging you here. We're siblings, we help each other, right? This whole mess could cost me my marriage. What will I have after that?
I already told you, you had your chance to play the family card before you kicked Grandma out, and I hope your wife does leave you. That's what you get for what you did to the woman who took you in and raised you.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm so sorry. Please, you have to forgive me.
It's too late. We never want to hear from you ever again. So just leave us alone and deal with this mess and your own life on your own. I heard that about a month after our last conversation, Roy's wife Harriet moved back in with her parents. It wasn't long before Roy also gave up on the house and cut his losses. He tried selling the house, but it was quickly revealed that he had forged his signature on the deed and that it didn't even really belong to him. The divorce followed soon after that, and I don't know where Roy went. Of course, I don't really care what happened to him anyways. I'll never be able to forgive Roy for how he betrayed Grandma. He showed his true colors in that moment and gave us no other choice but to leave him. As for Grandma and I, we moved into that condo that I mentioned, and Grandma even started a community garden on the roof because she missed it so much. She sold her house in the countryside to pay for the rent, and even though she misses her old life, she always tells me how grateful she is that I stuck by her side. Meanwhile, although my life was thrown for a bit of a loop with all of this, I never stopped pursuing my own career and was more than happy to move in with Grandma. I thought that I would be so busy taking care of her that I would have to take on less work hours, but being in the condo seems to have reinvigorated Grandma. Now she seems more healthy than ever, and it's almost as if she's taking care of me more than I am of her. Of course, I still help out wherever I can, but she's a tough old woman who insists on doing many things herself. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Mom, where's my lunch? I can't find it anywhere. Check your bag. I didn't make lunch today. What? But my lunch bag is totally empty. Not even a snack or anything. That's right. You didn't put your lunchbox in the kitchen yesterday like you were supposed to. Are you serious right now? You're really sending me to school with no lunch at all? I reminded you every single day about putting your lunchbox in the kitchen when you get home from school. I won't wash it or make lunch for the next day if you don't. We discussed this. This is crazy. What the heck am I supposed to do about lunch then? Starve? You could have easily prevented this situation by just being responsible with your things. You actually expect your own daughter to go hungry for half the day because of a dumb lunch bag? Unbelievable. This isn't about just today, Mia. This is about you learning to be responsible for yourself and your belongings. If I don't follow through, you'll just keep forgetting and expecting me to take care of everything for you. All this over a freaking lunch bag? Really, Mom? On the last day before summer break, too? This isn't about being mean, Mia. It's about teaching you independence and accountability before it's too late. High school is the time to be working on these life skills. You need to be able to manage basic tasks. This is totally killing my mood. I was so excited about summer starting after today. Your mood wouldn't be ruined at all if you had just followed the simple rule we discussed about your lunchbox. I'm not trying to make you miserable. I'm trying to help you build good habits for your own benefit. Help me? More like control me? Worst last day of school ever. Thanks a lot. Watch your tone, please. I'm your mother. A little respect, even if you're annoyed, is appropriate. Respect? What about respecting that your kid needs to eat? Not very motherly of you. Being your mother means more than just catering to your every need. It means teaching you to eventually take care of yourself. Fixing your mistakes and bailing you out all the time won't help you in the long run. This is for your own good. For my own good? What good is practically starving me at school going to do? My role is to raise you to be a capable, responsible adult, not just a short-order cook at your beck and call. It's not about one missed lunch. It's about the principle of learning to handle your own business. No one else will do it for you in life. I can't believe this. You're being completely unreasonable over one tiny mistake. So unfair. One tiny mistake? This is far from the first time you've left your lunchbox at school, Mia. It's becoming a bad habit. As a parent, it's my job to address bad habits before they become lifelong patterns. Letting it slide repeatedly is bad parenting. Bad parenting is letting your kid go hungry. I'm a growing teen. I can't just skip meals. What's wrong with you? Do not speak to me that way. I'm your mother. No more lip or you'll have bigger problems than a missed lunch. Got it? You will survive one lunch. You will not starve. But you will learn to be responsible for your things from now on. No more debate. Whatever. Thanks for ruining my day with your stupid power trip. I'm going to make Dad sick with worry when I tell him about this. Go ahead and tell your father then. I'm sure he'll be very concerned to hear how forgetful you've been with your lunchbox lately. He and I are a parenting team. We make decisions together about rules and consequences. He'll understand this is for your benefit. For my benefit, right. More like for your convenience. Too lazy to wash one little lunchbox, so you take it out on me. Mia, I have explained my rationale very clearly. This discussion is over. You need to get going or you'll miss your bus. I love you, and I'll see you after school. Have a good last day, and please reflect on what we talked about, okay? Don't pat yourself on the back too hard for this great parenting moment. Wait till Dad hears about your little stunt. Bye! I'll be very interested to hear your father's take, but I won't be shocked when he supports me 100%. Goodbye, Mia.
Karen, what's this I'm hearing about Mia not having lunch today? She texted me very upset. Explain, please.
She didn't put her lunchbox out yesterday after school like she's supposed to. I've warned her multiple times about this.
And you thought the appropriate response was to send our daughter to school with no food at all? Are you serious?
It's not about the food, Richard. It's about teaching her responsibility and accountability. We've talked about this.
No, you've talked about this. I've told you over and over that this is completely ridiculous. She's a child, Karen.
She's not a little kid anymore, Richard. She's in high school, old enough to handle basic tasks like putting her lunchbox away.
She called me crying, Karen, crying, because her mother wouldn't feed her. Do you have any idea how messed up that is? As a parent, it's your job to make sure our child is fed. End of story. No stupid lunchbox rule should supersede that.
I am not denying her food as some cruel punishment, Richard, but if I keep fixing her irresponsible mistakes, she will never learn. If she can't even put a lunchbox away at her age, how will she ever function as an independent adult? It's called parenting.
It's called being a control freak who cares more about rules than your own kid's well-being. She was humiliated and hungry. None of her friends' psycho moms would ever pull a stunt like this. Congratulations, now you're the crazy parent.
I am not crazy for having expectations of our teenage daughter and following through with reasonable consequences, Richard. Mia needs to learn that in the real world, there are consequences when you mess up. No one will coddle her forever.
The real world? She's 15, for God's sake. She should be able to count on her mother to have her back and keep her fed. Honestly, Karen, if making a point is more important to you than making sure Mia eats, your priorities are seriously out of whack.
That's not fair, Richard. I'm not some monster. I'm trying to instill values and teach her life skills. Why are you attacking me? You're acting like I committed some awful crime by holding our daughter accountable. I'm sick of always being the bad cop.
Because this is awful, Karen. You let our child go hungry over a power struggle. Do you even hear how insane that sounds? I don't give a crap about your lunchbox crusade. As a dad, all I care about is Mia feeling safe, loved, and cared for. You failed.
Failed by refusing to let her off the hook again for something we've addressed 1,000,000 times? That's called consistency. Maybe if you backed me up once in a while instead of undermining me, she wouldn't keep forgetting. But no, I'm always the nag.
She's not forgetting her lunchbox on purpose, Karen. She's a teenager. She forgets things sometimes. That doesn't make it okay to withhold food. Bottom line, there is no universe where denying our child lunch is acceptable. I can't believe I even have to say that.
I'm not denying her lunch forever, Richard. Stop being so dramatic. It was one day, one time to prove a point. That's it. The point is, she needs to learn responsibility. What happens when she goes to college and forgets to feed herself? This is a life lesson.
A life lesson? More like a power flex to feed your own ego. This reeks of control issues, Karen. Get a grip. Mia needs a supportive mom, not a food police warden. I don't even know what to say to you right now. I'm beyond disgusted.
Easy for you to judge when you're not the one who deals with her irresponsibility day in and day out. Must be nice, Richard. But fine, let's just drop it. Clearly you've decided I'm a monster. No point continuing this conversation. I'm done.
Yeah, I think we're done here. I hope you're proud of proving your point, Karen. Hope it was worth devastating your daughter. I'll be consoling our hungry, crying child. Let me know when you're ready to be a mom again and put Mia first.
Well, I'm heading out now, Mom. Dad's waiting in the car. Heading out where? I didn't know you had any plans today. Is your dad taking you somewhere? Oh, shoot, I almost forgot. Dad wanted me to pick up that special bread you love from the bakery downtown. Special bread? What are you talking about, Mia? I didn't ask for any bread. What's going on? Did I say bread? I meant thread. You know, for that cross-stitch project you've been working on. Silly me. Mia, you're not making any sense. I don't have any cross-stitch project. Why are you acting so strange? And why is your dad waiting in the car? Where exactly are you two going? I want a straight answer, please. All right, fine, you caught me. Dad and I are actually going on a little trip together. We've been planning it for a while now. A trip? You and your dad? How come this is the first I'm hearing about it? What's going on? We kept it hush-hush because we figured you wouldn't be thrilled about it. Thought it was easier to ask forgiveness than permission. We knew you'd probably insist on coming along, and no offense, Mom, but this was supposed to be some quality dad-daughter time, you know? I'm sorry, are you actually telling me that my husband and daughter planned a secret vacation without me? Behind my back? I can't believe what I'm hearing. How long have you been scheming this? And where exactly are you going? Scheme is a strong word, Mom. Is it so wrong for a father and daughter to want a little bonding trip every once in a while? But yeah, we've been ironing out the details for a while now. Couple months, maybe? We're headed to Florida. Disney World, here we come! Florida? Are you joking right now? A little bonding trip is a weekend camping, Mia, not flying to another state. I am absolutely speechless. The level of betrayal I'm feeling is indescribable. How dare you and your father exclude me like this? Oh, come on, Mom. No need to be so dramatic. It's not like we planned this to hurt you. We just wanted some one-on-one time. Dad and I have been talking about this forever. He wanted to give me an unforgettable summer vacation before junior year starts. Well, mission accomplished. This is definitely unforgettable. I can't believe you two would be so underhanded and deceitful. And what about me, huh? I'm just supposed to sit at home alone for God knows how long while my family gallivants around Florida. I mean, I didn't really think you'd want to come, Mom. Amusement parks and roller coasters aren't really your thing, you know? Dad said this could be a special father-daughter memory for us. One last hurrah before I buckle down with SAT prep and college apps and all that. Oh, how thoughtful of him to decide what isn't my thing. Didn't it occur to you, Mia, that I might want to make memories with my daughter, too? Also, a heads up would have been nice before your dad took time off work. We're supposed to be a team, but apparently I'm just an afterthought. You're totally blowing this out of proportion, Mom. It's just a vacation. I'm sorry you feel left out, but this isn't some big conspiracy against you. Honestly, Dad said you'd probably overreact like this, and that's exactly why we didn't mention it, so you wouldn't get all bent out of shape over nothing. Nothing? You call going behind my back as a family nothing? I have never felt so hurt and disrespected in my entire life. Clearly you and your dad share the same low opinion of me. Message received. I'm just the unfun, stick-in-the-mud wife and mom cramping your style. Oh my god, could you be any more of a martyr right now? You're acting like we committed some horrible crime against you. It's really not that deep, Mom. This may come as a shock, but not everything is about you. People are allowed to do things without you sometimes, but I guess that's too much for you to handle. You know what, Mia? You're right. Everything is crystal clear to me now. You and your father have no respect for me whatsoever. I'm done being treated like a doormat by the two people who are supposed to love me most. I hope you have a blast on your little trip. We will, thanks. Try not to totally lose your mind while we're gone. It's only a week. You'll survive. Maybe take up a hobby or something. Oh, I'll do better than survive, Mia. I'll be making some major changes around here, starting with my living situation. Good luck to you and your dad. Huh? Living situation? What are you talking about, Mom? Hello? What do you mean by that? You're just trying to scare me, right? Mom? I hope you and your father are proud of yourselves. I've never felt so betrayed and disrespected in all my life. Oh, please, spare me the guilt trip Mother Teresa act. It's a vacation, not a murder plot against you. Get over yourself already. Get over myself? That's rich coming from the self-centered brat who stabbed her own mother in the back. You two deserve each other. Stabbed you in the back? Could you be any more melodramatic? It's not like we were trying to hurt you on purpose, Mom. God. Excuse us for wanting to do something fun together without you helicoptering over us for once. But I forgot, the world revolves around Karen. Fun? Oh yes, what a joy it must be to sneak around and lie to my face for months on end. Daughter of the year, truly. But I'm sure it was all your father's idea, right? Since he clearly has no regard for me as his wife or your mother. Bravo, Richard! Wow, I've never seen you so bitter, Mom. If you're this threatened by a little father-daughter trip, that sounds like a you problem. Maybe take a hard look at why we felt the need to hide it from you in the first place. Hint, your reaction right now. You know what, Mia? You're right. This is absolutely a me problem. As in, I have a serious problem with the way I'm being treated by my family. But don't worry, I fully intend to solve that problem. Go have a blast in Florida with your dad. I hope it's worth the fallout. Fallout? What's that supposed to mean? Stop being such a drama queen, Mom. You're taking this way too far. It's really not that serious. Not that serious? No, of course not. Nothing I feel is ever that serious to you or your father. I'm just the living maid around here. But that ends today. I refuse to be taken for granted anymore. You two happily made plans without me. Now I'm making some of my own. Plans of your own? What the hell are you talking about, Mom? You're starting to freak me out. Where is this even coming from? Are you really this threatened by me and Dad spending a little time together? Do you have to make everything about you? Newsflash, it's not. A little time together? Behind my back for months? Will I bust my butt every day taking care of this family and keeping this house running? I have been disrespected, lied to, and completely dismissed by you and your father for the last time. Believe that. OMG, there you go again, being so freaking dramatic about everything. You act like we committed some horrible, unforgivable sin against you. It's a vacation, Mom, not a declaration of war. Take a chill pill and stop blowing everything out of proportion. This is exactly why we didn't tell you. Didn't tell me because you knew I'd be hurt? At least you got one thing right. Congratulations. I am hurt beyond measure. You know, I expect this selfish, inconsiderate behavior from a child. But your father? I guess I see exactly how much I mean to him now. You're making this way bigger than it needs to be, Mom. If you're feeling neglected or whatever, fine, but this is not the way to deal. You can't just fly off the handle and start making crazy threats every time your precious feelings get a little bruised. Grow up. Grow up? That's hilarious coming from the spoiled princess who lies to her mother and throws tantrums when she doesn't get her way. But you know what? Message received. Loud and clear. You and your father want to do your own thing. Have your own lives without me. OMG, how many times do I have to say this is not some big scheme against you? Your insecurity is not our problem, Mom. So Dad and I want a little alone time. So freaking what? Why do you have to take everything so personally and make it into a federal case? I don't know, Mia. Maybe because I'm a human being with feelings. Maybe because I thought family was supposed to be a priority around here. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the maid, right? The unfun ball and chain weighing you two adventurers down. How dare I have emotions? Ball and chain? Maid? Oh, please! Stop with the hysterics already! You're acting like a crazy person right now, and I'm over it! I'm done arguing with you when you're like this. Go pop a Valium and chill the hell out. I have a plane to catch. You're right, Mia. I am done. Done being disrespected. Done being an afterthought. Done being unappreciated. You and your dad have a nice life. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? What do you mean, have a nice life? Stop trying to scare me, Mom. It's not funny. Mom? Hello? Answer me. You can't just drop a bomb like that and ghost. Where are you going? Mom? This isn't cool. I'm seriously freaking out. Mom, this silent treatment isn't funny anymore. Where are you? Dad and I are really starting to worry. Call me back ASAP, please. Hello, Earth to Mother. You can't just disappear after saying something crazy like have a nice life. I'm totally freaking out over here. All right, I get it. You're trying to teach me a lesson or something. Point made, okay? I'm sorry. Now, will you please just pick up the phone? Mom, I'm begging you. I'm sorry for everything. The trip, the lies, all of it. I shouldn't have excluded you like that. I feel awful. Please, come home and talk to me.
Karen, what the hell is going on? Mia said you stormed out hours ago after threatening to leave us. This is insane. Where are you? We need to talk now.
Oh, now you two want to talk. Now you have time for me? Gee, I'm touched. A far cry from yesterday when you were so quick to dismiss and discard me.
Dismiss you? Discard you? Stop being so melodramatic, Karen. You're blowing this whole thing way out of proportion as usual. Just come home already.
Come home to what, Richard? A husband and daughter who couldn't care less about me or my feelings? Who lied to my face for months just to avoid spending time with me? No thanks.
For God's sake, Karen, it was a trip, not a murder plot. You're acting like a lunatic right now. Is this really the hill you want our marriage to die on over a vacation?
Our marriage has been dying for years, Richard, thanks to your total lack of respect for me. This trip was just the final nail in the coffin. I refuse to be taken for granted anymore.
You know what? I'm not doing this with you over text. You want to throw away 18 years of marriage over a tantrum? You can say it to my face. I'll be at the house in an hour.
Don't bother. I won't be there. I meant what I said before. I'm done being your doormat. You and Mia can have each other. I'll have my lawyer contact you soon. Goodbye, Richard. This can't be happening. Mom's really gone? She's seriously filing for divorce? Over a stupid trip? I didn't mean to break up our family, I swear. I was just mad in the moment.
This is not on you, Mia. Your mother is being completely irrational and overreacting like she always does. She'll cool off and come crawling back home in a few days, guaranteed.
I don't know, Dad. I've never seen her this angry before. And the stuff she said about being taken for granted and disrespected, I had no idea she felt that way. Feel sick.
Listen to me. Your mother is not a victim here, okay? She's a grown woman throwing a tantrum because she didn't get her way. This family doesn't revolve around her, and it's time she learned that.
But Dad, I said some really ugly things to her too. I even called her a crazy person and told her to take a Valium. She probably hates me now. I'm a terrible daughter.
Stop that. You are not a terrible daughter, and your mother could never hate you. She's just lashing out because she feels left out. But her hurt feelings don't justify abandoning her family.
I guess. I just never thought it would go this far. What if she really does divorce you, Dad? What happens to our family? To me? I'm so scared and confused. I need my mom.
I know, honey, I'm scared too, but we'll get through this together, you and me. Even if your mom chooses divorce, we'll still be a family. She'll have to put on her big girl pants and deal with it.
This is all my fault. If I hadn't pushed for this stupid trip, none of this would be happening. Mom would be here making dinner, and I wouldn't feel like my life is ending.
Mia, look at me. This is not your fault, you hear me? Your mother's insecurities and issues are her own to deal with. She's the one who overreacted and chose this path. Do not blame yourself.
I just want to go back to how things were yesterday morning. I even miss Mom lecturing me. How messed up is that? I hate this. I hate it so much. What are we going to do, Dad?
We're gonna survive and adapt. We're going to give your mother space to cool down while taking care of each other. Most of all, we're going to stick together and lean on each other no matter what. You and me, kid, against the world. Always.
And after that, my divorce from my husband was finalized. My ex-husband Richard somehow managed to avoid getting fired by desperately sucking up to his superiors. But he was demoted and transferred to a rural location. I heard he moved to a remote countryside with our daughter. Mia apparently transferred to a high school in that area, but had to be placed in a class a year below. So she's having trouble fitting in. She also can't keep up with even the lower grades classes. And because of her pride, she's being treated as a weird, troubled girl by her peers, and is already showing signs of school refusal.